Hello YouTube, it's me. I am doing a nasty ugly eye mukbang. I don't want to pronounce it in that pretentious sort of way. Mukbang. Nasty eye mukbang. Anyway, here I go. And let me show you what I'm eating. I have salmon, I have baked cauliflower, I have baked bliss potatoes. I'll do a sweep because I don't know how much of this you can see. And I have water, ice water, I have cucumber, and in the cucumber is also beet, which is good. And I have Haagen-Dazs vanilla chocolate almond ice cream bar, and a biscotti, dark chocolate biscotti. So I'm set. Except this thing is blocking. Oh well. So I said my blessing over my meal and I shall start eating. Okay. This is good. Love it. Sorry. Where's my knife? Here it is. It's very good. Not too salty. Nice and rich. Got a cauliflower. Nice. Yes, I got this old ugly thing on my eye. And it's discouraging. You don't want to appear in public with this nasty looking thing, but you gotta live your life. Okay. So, a lot of people are stressing about Amberlynn Reed. And I'm like this. I want the best for her, but she has to want that for herself, right? Okay. And people were real excited about the items that she got from her shopping haul, but not because they were exciting items, but really more for the opposite reason. Oops. Moving this. People discovered a cup or bowl that she had 2 years ago, or was using 2 years ago. And we're like, well, you know, she didn't really buy it. This is the old one, blah, blah, blah. It might have been an old one. Maybe she saved that and decided to say, for reasons which defy logic, oh, I bought this wonderful bowl, cup, whatever. I don't know. But then again, it's kind of a not particularly unusual type of cup, so it might have still been on stock at the store. And she just bought a replica of one that she had before with her friend. She might not have even been aware, hey, okay, I like this. Why do I like this? Or she might have thought, oh, it reminds me back in the day of, let me go get this. I really don't care. Did she absolutely lie and say she bought something she hadn't? I don't know. I really don't know. This is good. This is really good. But one of the things that I thought was really weird about the whole haul, even though really I thought the haul was a good idea from a business point of view, because it was when she was making over the toenail clippers. Talk about how adorbs the toenail clippers were. I thought, no, there's nothing adorbs about a strictly utilitarian item. I mean, it's adorbs not to be able to scratch people with your toenails or your, you know, by accident or whatever, but it's just utilitarian. There's nothing adorbs or luxe or exotic or anything about it. It's just something that you have to have. I kind of understand why some people like mukbangs, but there's some weirdos. There's definite weirdos in that community, okay? Okay, so the Disney Bowl thing, I thought it was cute. The Disney princesses thing. So that was more fun. If she had more purchases like that, something you don't really need, but you like, it would have been more like the other girls' shopping haul, Pink Sparkles. But this seemed to be primarily just somebody went shopping, they got some things they needed, a few things they liked, and just kind of dressed it up to be more than it was. It doesn't matter. She's got many thousands of clicks and views, so it did what it was supposed to do. People don't understand that YouTube is a business. And Amberlynn is amazingly good at that business. People don't want to admit it, but she is. It's true. People call her, oh, she's a social climber. Well, think about where she started. She should want to climb up. She should want to elevate herself. What does she have? Was there a family business to go into? Is her family educated people? No. So she has to do something. Why should she stay in the bottom? Because that's where she was, the bottom. Now the problem is, because of how she lives and what she's playing with her health, she's closer to the bottom than she would have to be. But as far as her trying to market her channel, I have no problem with it. It's what a smart person would do. There are a lot of people that make fun of her, talk about how dumb she is. And she does things that don't make any sense. She does. But she's still more successful from a nuts and bolts point of view and YouTube than most of the people that are talking smack about it. Okay, we have better health. There is that. But it's obvious that she looks at it from a business point of view. It's very obvious. When she took the, what do you call it, the sponsorship or whatever of Better Health, she looked at it as a business opportunity. Whereas if Better Health was a better product, she would have done really, really well. And she was already doing pretty good as a YouTuber. As a new YouTuber, she was doing pretty doggone good. This is somebody who never studied business or marketing or psychology or sociology, as far as we know, in her life. And she's beaten a whole lot of people. She's beating a whole lot of people, so you have to consider that. And that might be why she got a little cocky there for a while. Which is too bad, but you know. It's good when you eat food that tastes good and is good for you. And the salmon is good for me. The baked bliss potatoes, roasted. The cauliflower. This is good for me, and it tastes good. See, that's the thing. People who are plus size tend to eat partially at least because we like food. I know I do. So how do we become a more healthier weight? We have to eat food that we like. We do. And I love cucumbers. Now I love this too, but I'm not going to be doing this all the time. And so when Chantal Marie and Amberlynn talk about, I don't like feeling restricted, I don't like feeling restricted, I can understand that. Even though you have to have a certain amount of restriction, or else you're just a fool. Yeah, I said it, you're a fool. Restriction with some people is associated with misery, unhappiness. I believe one of the young ladies said punishment. But I look at it like this. When you wear a safety belt, that is a restriction. But it's a good restriction because if you're in an accident, that safety belt restricts you from responding to gravity and going into the next part of the car or through the window or out on the street. So a certain amount of restriction or limitations is to our benefit. Okay? When we drive our cars or we're a passenger in a car, there are stop signs, there are slow down signs, and so forth. Yield, merge, whatever. Those are restrictions. If it weren't for those restrictions, the highways and roads would be a bloodbath. They're there to protect us. Okay? Everybody who complains about, oh, I feel punished. I feel punished when I have to restrict my eating. Do you sleep in your house with your windows open and your doors unlocked? Do you have the door wide open? You know, because closing your doors and windows and having locks might be considered a restriction. And it is. It's to restrict people who have no business coming in your house from coming in your house. And also animals and critters and weather. So restriction is not always punishment or negative. Restriction can be a prevention of bad things and a protection, which is a good thing. So that's what I would say if I was a friend of Foodie Booty, Chantal Marie, Big Beautiful Me, or Amberlynn. Restriction is not always a bad thing. A restriction can help you. It's for your benefit. So, I don't know. Maybe somebody somewhere will absorb that. But, moving around, even just a little bit, is better than nothing. Like people were making fun of Amberlynn for going outside and going up to the tree. It's the type of thing she needs to do. And she seemed like she enjoyed herself. But she needs to do that because she's out of condition. That's a 28-year-old girl who's out of condition. Foodie Beauty looks like she is doing more constructive things. I'm happy for her. I know these people don't know me from Jack. They don't care what I think. I get that. I respect everybody's opinion of that. Who are you? Nobody knows you. Shut up, whatever. Yeah, nobody knows me, but this is my channel, and this is what I'm going to say. I'm glad that Amberlynn went out and went to the tree. As long as the weather is okay, I think she could keep doing that because then she will just totally, it'll be like nothing. Instead of it being something that's an effort, it'll be just something that she can just jauntily do. I remember when Amberlynn Reed could dance and enjoyed dancing. She was a big girl then, but she was a big girl that could move and dance, and we don't see that anymore. Ooh, excuse me. We don't see her doing that anymore because she's having more health problems. And this is something that's totally solvable. So walking to the tree and back is really good. She's getting some good vitamin D. She's feeling that air, smelling the plants, getting that circulation going. So do more of it. Whether you film it or not, do more of it because that is life-giving. That's all it is. It's life-giving.